So what was it? An 8. You look at these cloaks, and as you rummage in them, there's a fluttering, and all of a sudden in your face fly out 2 moths that got all in your face, flap around your head for a minute, and kind of fly out the door into the sort of the gloom that lies outside. But as you jingle these, the cape, you hear something move in the pocket, like heavy in the pocket, and you slide your hand inside, and there is a like an iron key, rusty.
Can I take the iron key and put it in my pocket, please?
You may.
Is it a big iron key or a little iron key?
It is not. It wouldn't open a large door.
But it could possibly be a key for downstairs in the cellar.
Could be a key for something. I don't know. You have to try out all the locks and see which one it puts in.
Is the door opposite the hooks open?
No.
Can I try
upstairs?
Sorry?
Killian, you just stood on the stairs watching Sarah rifle through pockets.
No, I wanted to go upstairs.
Okay. 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 So you need to tell your party.
I will wait until Sarah's
ready. Okay, so Killian's in the stairs. Sarah's having a look around in here. So yeah, that door is shut. This one here.
Can I try my key in the door? Well, can I try the door first to see if it's unlocked or locked? And if it's locked, can I try the key in it, please?
Yeah, you can check it out. It doesn't appear to be locked. You open the door, and there is a set of stone steps before you.
Okay. I am going to ask my party, do you want to investigate downstairs into what I assume might be the cellar first, or shall we go upstairs first and come back to this room?
Well, the girl, the child's voice was from upstairs.
So I'll close that door for now and come back to it. But at least we know it's open and I don't need to unlock it.
Is there any way you can lock it though?
So I try the key in the. Can I try the key in the lock to see if it locks it, please?
For which one? This one?
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be locked. It just seems to be a door.
Is there a catch or anything like that?
No.
No.
Okay, and the door opens inwards.
The door opens
into the stairwell.
Towards you, into this space this way.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my animal trap down there and then drop the cloak over the top of it.
Yeah.
So that's where, just inside the door.
You're booby trapping the door. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can get like something to draw on it. Hold on. Let's just draw a little.
No, it's going.
No,
it's going.
One place, yeah, in front of this door. Sorry, there.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, I was on the wrong bit. And then I can't select that. Yeah, we know that this one isn't there. That's good.
It's not there. We're not seeing it.
Yeah, it's not there, guys.
Nothing.
We didn't need a cross, but okay.
X marks the spot.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a trap here, and this door's open to outside.
Well, it's unbarred. It's still closed.
Yeah. You unbarred it. I think in the last episode, but it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, I thought that the barred door was at the bottom of the stairs going up. So, but anyway.
No. So through here.
Do we want to bar back the door so no one can come in behind us?
Yeah.
Okay, so drop the bar back in place.
Yeah, that door is pretty secure.
Okay, so we, as a party, head up to the stairs then?
Yeah.
But quietly.
Stealthily.
Quietly. That's all over stealthy then.
Just me, remember, I'm not well known for stealth.
Bet you do better than me.
Oh, I got 20, so that's pretty good.
Well, I rolled a Jack special, so I'm on 4.
Yes.
And I got 19.
Okay. You think that you're going reasonably quietly up these stairs, but they were already quite creaky as you go up. So you're trying to step on the bits that aren't making quite so much noise as you move up. As you climb up the stairs, you are greeted by, on your left-hand side, a door, and again you hear child's laughter from this set of stairs. You still feel it's above you, higher up, not from behind
Okay.
this door. Is basically, it doesn't
So-
sound like it's coming from that room. It sounds like somewhere else in the building.
So can I just put my ear against the door though, just in case I can hear something behind the door?
Of course you may. You can make a perception check to find out if you hear anything from behind that door. Yes, please.
Oh.
It helps if you put it in the tray.
17?
You listen. You put your ear to the door. You hear wind whistling, which you've heard throughout the building because of the damaged windows and things like that. But there's something of a musical note to it
Oh,
beyond the door.
oh no.
It's a musical ghost house.
Kind of like a wind chime or like somebody whistling? Like, what level are we at here?
You hear something in time with the wind, but you are unable to work out what.
Any ideas, guys?
I don't know. You're standing next to the door.
So we just go in the room stealthily and see what happens in the room.
Okay,
Who's opening the door?
I will because I'm right up against it.
Cool. You're up against it. You crack open the door. It opens inwards so it doesn't come out onto the stairs. And inside this space, you see a large table, and it is of dark wood, quite low,
Yeah.
and it's engraved with gold leaf.
Ooh.
Around it are a set of chairs that are really, really, really like plush, overstuffed chairs, and there's some sofas, and they're neatly arranged. And there's one side there's a cabinet full of glass decanters,
Yeah.
and wine goblets, and you find the source of the music.
It was the wind going over the glasses.
No, there's a gilded harp in the corner, and as the wind whistles through it from these panels on the window here, it's playing the strings, and they play an out of tune sound as the wind just rattles them slightly.
Oh, pretty.
In the northeast corner, you see a stair that goes up, and several dusty sheets lie in a heap about here. In this room.
Okay, so that room is clearly being used because all the dust sheets have been taken off.
I would like to investigate the pile of sheets, please.
Okay. You pick up the sheets. There is a big pile of sheets.
There's nothing underneath them, no?
There is actually more sheets.
I move all the sheets, pull all the sheets up, anything underneath all the sheets.
There is a space where sheets. There is a space where sheets used to be underneath. Nothing other than that.
Okay.
Before too much disturbance in the room, can I have a look and see like on the floor, like dust, footprints in said dust, and things.
So you're doing a bit of tracking, would we say? So we're going to do survival?
Survivalness.
Yes.
You've got
11,
Pringles.
so 14.
It looks well used, as you see. You don't see any specific tracks, but it is all obviously well trod. The space is used, most definitely.
Is
Okay.
there
You,
any
kind of,
bits?
you add two and two together, like Killian has suggested to you, that downstairs seems unused. There's dust sheets over everything. In this space, the dust sheets have been removed, and Sarah is currently trying not to look like a ghost moving them around.
Is there any bits of the cabinet that are not obviously on show? Are there like any drawers or cupboards that I can investigate?
You can have a look at it. Go on, have a look. Go and make an investigation for me.
I'm going to investigate the cabinet.
Just quickly, while she's doing that, can I come over to the sheets and throw one over and be like,
Yeah, of course you can. This is Dungeons and Dragons. You can pretend to be a ghost for a little while while Sarah looks at the drink cabinet.
just like hover behind Sarah?
I stand on the edge of the sheet, and as she's pulling it around, just standing on the edge of the sheet, pulls it off her head. and I stick my tongue out at her, and then I carry on doing what I'm doing. I only got a 6, so I'm not going to find much.
No, the cabinet is not locked, so it opens up relatively easily. The glasses seem undisturbed, and the decanters have got the kind of, if you pull one of the stoppers out and smell the inside of the bottle, it's got that kind of sweet, sticky smell that is sometimes left that when something's contained alcohol but hasn't had it in there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's evaporated or it's just dried up or something like that. These aren't used.
Carrying on. Start heading up the other set of stairs.
Yeah, let's just carry on up. That's where we think she's gone anyway.
Wait, is there anything on the table?
No, it's just gold inlaid table.
Okay.
I think our little friend is just been eating there. That's all. Yeah, we need to go up.
Get this about for a minute because I've got to move you around a minute.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no, stop doing that. Sorry folks, I'm just going to get this without having you able to hear it. So as you move over, you walk up the stairs and you go up the set of stairs and there's another set of stairs that runs up.
You just follow the stairs round.
Yep.
Quietly.
Yeah, you can still be using the same old stealth check. I'm quite happy for that. Run as your stealth check, guys. And as you turn the corner of this area, you're presented with a corridor.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to the left, then it goes down, and then there is a T-junction sort of thing. Where would you like to go first?
Can we go down and go to the left, please?
Down into this bit?
Yeah. Everybody else is happy with that?
Oh right.
You're right, yeah. So
Yeah.
you go down there, you see at the end of the corridor.
Right, sorry.
At the end of the corridor, you see a spiral stair. Just here. You
Yep.
see one door that is ajar and one door that is shut.
May I suggest we go in the room that's open first and then go back to the room that's not open, unless you want to do them in order. So do closed, then open, then spiral stair.
I would suggest that we don't get sort of stuck in here. So, clear to the end and make sure. So like at the T junction where you want to go left, I would suggest that probably I stay in the T-junction so no one can come up the corridor from the other rooms. And you guys check the first door that's closed, or you check the second door that's closed. No, the second door that's open.
Okay, so Jax is going to kind of hold here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one of you is going to go here, one of you is going to go here.
I'll go in the room that's closed.
Okay. So who's
I'll
going
go
to
in.
We'll follow Sarah first because the door is open. Sarah, you peer into this space. You see that there is windows to the far side, again, quite boarded up and ruined and not looking very pleasant at all. In this room, there is a thick layer of dust over everything, cobwebs everywhere. The door is slightly stiff as you push it. It doesn't seem comfortable on the hinges. Like it's been in this position for some time. It looks very, very disused.
Right. What is the square thing on the left-hand side? Is that a chimney?
That is a chimney.
Chimney.
Chimney. Can I investigate the chimney, please, to see if there's anything shoved up it, or if there's any like ledges? You know, like some chimneys have got like ledges on them.
From where you are, you can only literally see the kind of slight lump of the chimney breast. You can't see a fireplace or anything like that around there. There is a bed in the room, somewhere about here, and that is a single bed made up. Looks quite comfortable, but it's been eaten away. There are obvious signs of rodent infestation within it.
I don't automatically get itchy.
So it's a room that hasn't been used. The chimney hasn't got a fireplace as such.
No.
And the bed's rat infested.
Absolutely correct.
Is there anything else in the room apart from the bed and the chimney?
There is what else is there in this place? There's a wooden dresser and a nightstand, a coat rack. There is an armchair in there too, and an oval mirror.
Okay, can I go into the room and investigate the has coat rack got any coats on it? That's a strange question.
At the moment, no, it's a bare coat rack. It just looks like it's ready to be received coats.
So is the cabinet open or closed?
All of the things are shut. Imagine it was just being prepared for a guest, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to edge my way in carefully, trying to not like walk through shitloads of cobwebs. So sort of going around the cobwebs as much as I can. Yeah. And I'm going to go over to the cabinet and look inside it, please.
Okay. Yeah, you open the cabinet. Inside there are some coat hangers, and like on the floor of the cabinet, ready for something to be hung, maybe for the dresser. There is some strips of paper, like liners, in the drawer, and that's all you see in this one.
So it's basically an empty, unused room that hasn't been used for some time.
Yeah. Okay.
I come back out of the room and say to Killian, now in there of any interest. And
as you turn round, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror.
Right.
And you stare at yourself, and then the door creaks, and the wind blows from behind you, and then stills.
And what happens? Sorry, I didn't get that last bit.
And then the wind stops, the door stops creaking, and you're just looking at yourself in a mirror.
Oh, okay. So we're just adding to the extra spookiness of the haunted house. Yeah. Okay.
It's a bit weird.
I try and shake off my sort of apprehension and try and maintain an air of sort of regalness, for want of a better word, Because I don't want to show Killian or Jackson that I'm a little bit freaked out.
You're trying to remain not shook by this.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. Lovely. So you exit and you see a white scaled dragonborn pushing open the door.
Are you
Killian,
feeling Popeye Pringles?
No, I was, and now he's trying to steal my M&Ms. He could easily take them off of me, and he knows he shouldn't, so he's not going to. But
Watching everyone go in your mouth.
yeah.
Oh, it's so drooly. Drooling on your phone. So Killian,
Yeah.
you push open this door.
Yeah.
And in this room you see there is a bed.
Yeah.
In a state of disrepair. There is also a wardrobe in this space.
Yeah.
2 windows, the
Yeah.
far side, boarded up again, looking very vicious. Pops off now, come on. Get down, because you're drawing on the computer. Get down. Get down. Yeah, you just see like a kind of windy sweat floor. Again, there are cobwebs clinging to everything, dust thick, all the surfaces.
Are there any footprints on the ground?
No.
In the dust?
No. You notice that there is a quite intricately carved headboard on the bed.
So, can I go over and have a nosy at the headboard?
Yeah, you can look at it, no trouble at all. You see that upon it, nearly mirroring what it was downstairs in the den room, that you see like animals carved into it, the type that you might hunt, but some exotic things from further afield. There are obviously things like lions and stags and things like that. That stags that you might find nearby. Then there's lions that you might find slightly further afield, and then there's some more obscure creatures that I don't know. Do you recognise them? Make a nature check and see if you recognise what they are.
Can I have a look?
Yeah.
Me.
You are a bit muffled, Pete. I can hear you, but you're like muffled.
Oh, sorry. I should try and enunciate better. How's that?
That's better.
15.
You see one of the creatures that you saw on the road, and you fought the one that kept sort of flickering in and out.
Oh, the weird shadow creature.
A shadow, displacer beast.
Yeah.
You also see a creature that is has like, it's just basically a mouth, a large mouth on it, and just carved into the wood.
I really don't like it. Okay. Do I notice anything else a bit odd about this room?
Other than its disused state, no.
No. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I will turn around and walk out the room then.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a wardrobe in this room?
There was a wardrobe in the room. Yeah.
Can I have a look in the wardrobe?
Yeah, you can.
What's in there?
Moths.
Just loads of moths.
Just a few moths.
No clothes.
No clothes.
Anything on the bottom?
Really fat moths. They've eaten all the clothes.
Is there anything on the bottom of the wardrobe? Like anything that would have been in pockets or buttons or brooches or anything like that?
A couple of odd bits of fluff. A safety pin type thing. Piece of paper that looks like it was it has flowers imprinted on it.
A bit of paper with flowers printed on it?
Yeah.
Okay, can I pick up the safety pin and piece of paper?
Okay.
Never put them in my pocket.
You can put them in your pocket. That's absolutely fine.
You never know when you need a safety pin, guys.
Yeah.
You never know.
flowers on?
Huh?
What have you put in your pocket? The paper with flowers on?
A
Yeah.
piece of paper with flowers on.
And
Okay.
and a safety pin.
A safe
And a safety
I
pin.
think some sort of might have been from the back of a brooch, maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. So yeah, you're going to leave the room.
Yeah.
Cool. You see Jack standing at the end of the corridor. Jack,
Pete,
are you standing?
at the end of this corridor, so past the room with the ajar door, is that a spiral staircase?
Yes, you would see the spiral stairs as well.
Is that going up or down or both?
Oh, up.
Are we going to explore the rest of this floor and then go up those stairs? Or there seems to be one the other side as well. So
You can't see that.
You haven't seen that yet.
yeah.
Do you want me to stay here and you two go up the stairs and just have peek up and see what you think it is?
Yeah.
You're gonna guard the whole corridor, or are you gonna just guard the bottom of the stairs?
If I guard this corridor, this T-junction, it gives
Yeah.
us an exit back to the stairs we came up.
Uh-huh.
And it means we can't get trapped up here.
Yeah, because you're guarding the door.
Were you talking to go here, Jax?
No. So staying where the token is now,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
they can go along
Spiral
up
staircase.
that spiral staircase and have a look up there and see what it is.
Uh-huh.
Either we can go from there or check out the other doors.
Before we go up, can I try and listen out to see if I can hear the childish giggling or any more noises to try and see if they are coming from the floor above, i.e. up the spiral staircase, or if they are on our level?
Yeah, of course.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So what am I doing?
You'd make a perception roll if you just stand still and just be quiet for a minute. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Make a perception.
I'm listening. Oh, natural 20, so 21.
And 21. Okay, so at 21, you stand very still
Yes.
outside of the door that you are at,
Yeah.
and you see Serial standing next to you at the door that she was at,
Yeah.
and inside that room you hear
Yeah. And that's all I hear.
Yeah.
I don't hear the giggling or anything.
You hear a creak coming from my room or from Killian's room?
from the room behind you, Serial. So Killian hears it, but you don't know that.
So is Killian going to tell me she's heard something coming from the room behind me?
I don't know, it was Killian's choice. I guess if you're standing there, you would probably hear it too.
Okay. So I'm going to go back in the. I was like, I'll go to Killian. What was that? And I'm going to go back in the room, and that mirror. Where was the mirror hanging?
Sorry, on the wall, like as you come in, it's just on this wall. There.
There. Okay. I am going to check behind the mirror and near the chimney breast, and like basically I'm checking for like hidden trapdoors or entrances or something around there.
Yeah. You stand quietly, and you hear, but it comes from the other room,
It's now in my room.
the room that you were outside of.
And do I hear that?
Yeah.
Want to have a look in your room?
I don't like the idea of both of us being in the room and both of us being at risk of being locked in the rooms, of leaving Jackson outside.
We look into the room. We stand in the doorways. The doors can't shut close.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll stand in the
You
door.
push the door open and you
Yeah.
look in and you don't see anything change. Nothing's moved. There's nothing in
Okay.
there.
Can I duck down and like have a look under the bed?
Dust, spiders.
Okay.
Can I, if the
Can
mirror
I
is,
look up?
Yeah.
What do I see up?
You see what was some sort of patterned ceiling,
Yeah.
like maybe with like a white kind of coloured ceiling, but obviously now water damage, brown patches, leaking. You see some of the floorboards above and the rafters just falling apart ceiling, just ruined damp building basically.
something coming from above us rather than actually in the rooms? Could it actually be the floorboard from above creaking into the rooms? Difficult.
Jax is going to dig out like sort of a handful of pittons because he's got hundreds of the bloody things, and like give like 2 or 3 to sort of Daryl and Killian. So like what you can do is you can wedge the door when you open a door. You can like wedge it so it can't close back on you.
Yep. You
So
now
you
have a
can
couple of
get
pins.
sort of metal spikes about yay long that you can sort of wedge under the door to stop them being, so you can't get trapped in the room.
Okay, let's wait for the doors then. Thank you, Jackson. That's much appreciated.
Both of these doors now lie wedged open,
Mhm.
and nothing changes within the room.
Can I do what I suggested and look behind the mirror and check the walls for?
Yeah, you feel around the chimney breast, apart from damp in the remnants of this wallpaper that was once plush, with kind of like fleur-de-lis sort of repeating patterns on it in this space. Maybe it was a once kind of green and like velvet kind of effect on it on the fleur-de-lis, but that has now just become soggy and malleable, and if you rub your hand against it, it comes away eventually back to a sort of plaster and then a crumbling plaster and brickwork beyond. But as much as you pick little patches, it's just a wall. And behind the mirror, you lift it down. Are you lifting it down, or are you looking behind it?
Yeah, lift it off the wall.
You lift it off the wall. You see a discoloured patch, well, a rightly coloured patch of this wallpaper, and your assumption was right. There's a virulent green fleur-de-lis repeating floral pattern on a pale sorbet yellow background, and a nail that holds the picture in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. I'm going to say to Killian, I think the noise is coming from upstairs. Why don't we investigate above these rooms and see if we can work out where this creaking is coming from?
Yeah.
So we go up the staircase together.
I don't think we'll both fit up the staircase together.
It is narrow. You will have to go one at a turn.
Okay, well, one at a time. I'll go first. It's fine.
Okay. So as you go up, Cyril, you reach a door. Hold on.
Okay.
At the top of the step.
Is it locked?
Let me just move you over and I'll show you what it looks like. You appear here,
Okay.
and there's a door here.
Yeah. Can I try the door, see if it's locked, please?
The door is stuck. It is not moving.
Okay. I'm going to shout down to Killian. Actually, I'm going to come back down the stairs and say, Killian, I think I might need a bit of brute force here. And direct her to come up and basically charge into the door because she's stronger than I am.
Sure. I've just lost your windows. Hold on, guys. Let me just find where you've gone.
Oh, well, that's not very nice, is it?
There
There we go.
they just vanished for a minute. Sorry, guys. It's very hard because I'm so far away from the other screen. I can't see all of the things upon it. So yeah, Killian and you sincerely will come back downstairs.
Yeah.
And I say to Killian, I'm going to need your help opening that door. It appears to be stuck.
Okay.
Can you go upstairs and put a bit of your brute force behind opening it for me, please?
Okay.
So I stay at the bottom of the stairs and send Killian up the stairs.
You spiral around, you're confronted with the door. It has apparently no lock or anything upon it. It seems wedged shut as you push against it. Would you like to try and push it down?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a straight up strength check, please. Killian Nord.
Yeah.
Jax, you're not getting itchy feet?
No, I'm all right at the moment.
Happy being God.
Well, a natural 20 with a 3 guy.
Yes.
Oh.
Door will open up, push inwards, and you are confronted with a room where there are two great big holes in the roof above you,
Ah,
represented by this.
okay. Can I see anything else in that room?
You see a door.
Anything else?
There are two gaping holes in the peaked roof, exposes this attic to the elements. Shattered clay tiles and splinters of wood, dry leaves and bird droppings cover the floor, which is beginning to rot in a number of places. The rafters are home to several birds that have made little nests out of twigs. There is two wooden bed frames stand against the north wall. Built into the window box between them is a storage trunk. Sort of.
Okay.
I shout up to Killian, is the door open? Killian, what do you say?
I don't say anything for a minute.
Um,
I'm scanning the room trying to make sure it's okay.
There's two narrow tall wardrobes and a storage trunk and two beds.
Okay. Does the floor look like it's been walked on?
Does it? I didn't look at it. You're going to make a survival check. Sort of trick for tricks.
Okay. Okay, survival's better than the 19.
You can see that in the bird mess, there are smears of movement through it.
Okay, does it look like humanoid or bird?
You can't tell.
I want to come up and have a look with you.
You can
Can
go
I come on?
upstairs. You can do what you want, Sarah Gladwell.
Okay, I'm going to come up the stairs because Killian didn't respond when I shouted up. So I'm coming up myself.
You come
Okay,
up.
can I go over and investigate the storage trunk?
Yes. You find upon it. It looks rather rusty.
Okay, can I just try and like straight up break the padlock?
Yes, you can. You give it a thump. Give me a strength check.
I like these guys. I'll say that now. 22. I got a 19.
Loving your clothes today.
The trunk contains
Yes, go on.
some hunting paraphernalia by the looks of things. There is a suit of studded leather armour,
Yeah.
sized for a rather rotund body, portly.
Like Killian size or not?
No, it wouldn't fit you, I'm afraid.
Is it my size?
No, it's far too big for you.
Okay, go on.
You find a leather helmet of sorts that would be kind of designed for riding.
Yeah.
You find something that you could make use of, Killian, a heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
You'll actually have to add that to your list as well as the standard armor. A wooden case with the monogram BB upon it.
Okay.
You find 2 hunting traps.
Yeah.
And for the crossbow, the heavy crossbow,
Yeah.
you find 15 crossbow bolts.
Oh, no fair, because she went up first. She got all the there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I should have tried the door. I was just saying wicked people.
is that the hunting thing, or is
That's the hunting paraphernalia. Yes. And the crossbow bolts have got crimson fletching. Have a little bit of flavour, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of fletching.
shit? You're getting on my nerves already. I've had a child all day. No. It's a Right, so is that what I find?
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, leather body armor.
Yeah.
Leather riding helmet.
Yeah.
Heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
A wooden case with BB
Yeah.
on it, as in the initials BB. Cool. 2 hunting traps, and 15 crossbow bolts.
Correct. With crimson fletching.
Yeah. Cool. So I was just making sure I've got it all down.
You taking all that stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I'm taking it all out, yeah. On that, yeah.
So the armour won't fit you, but it might fit Jackson. I'm thinking.
Judging against it, you think it's not the right shape.
Yeah, because if it's not going to fit me, it's not really going to fit.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Cool. So yeah, you've got this box here. You've got these beds. You've got 2 tall wardrobes.
Can I investigate the wardrobe, please?
You can. You open up the wardrobes, and inside of the wardrobes, no, there's no check needed because you just open a wardrobe on this one. You open up the wardrobe, and you find that there are clothes, but not in pieces, not in tatters, quite well kept, and there are some sort of robes, and there are notable among the kind of quite dowry colours of these items is the fact that there is some pink sashes, or you might say scarlet in colour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scarlet coloured sashes.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, that's it. Now.
So they are probably relating to the. I'm trying to remember who B is. We've got a list of all the relatives. Just let me go back to the relatives a minute. So the Brantifax Manor. Baron was the husband, hunter, father. No man stands above another. And then the other one that was B was this dog. So I'm assuming this is the actual hunter's room. If it's all the hunting paraphernalia here. Is it male or female clothes that are in the wardrobe?
Indescript, nondescript. You can return.
Nondescript, okay. But they're obviously there does seem to be a bit of a theme with this sort of scarlet on the arrowheads and now the scarlet sashes. Maybe they're from hunting.
Jax,
Yes.
from where you are, echoing seemingly from downstairs, nearly below your feet, you hear
Big back.
you think it's coming from the kitchen room. That's
I'm just gonna sort of, stamp on the floor.
okay.
Scared the shit out of the pig.
Okay. How hard are you doing this?
Well, I'm not going to break it, but he's a big guy, so he's gonna sort of,
But the water's getting in. It could be a rotten stair. You could fall right through.
Well, I'm in the corridor. I'm at the T junction at the moment, so
Yeah, but you
yeah.
still got a rotten bit of board.
I mean, it's probably going to put less pressure on the floor than him jumping up and down on it, sort of thing.
Yeah. The sound subsides.
And now I'm going to add looking back up the corridor to where the stairs were to looking down the corridor. Where
Suddenly. Or to where they were.
So basically, I'm less worried about where they are and more about the entrance and the exit, sort of the ones that we don't know and behind us.
North-south line.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we'll go back to you guys. You're in the room. Sarah's looking at the water.
Can I rummage in all the pockets to see if there's anything in the pockets of the clothes, please?
Yeah, you can. There is like fluff and detritus, as you might find in any kind of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
There is in one of them there is a let me just find what it is. There is a glass bead.
Glass bead?
Yeah, a little glass bead.
Okay.
Looks like it was part of a necklace.
Okay. I'm going to take the glass bead and put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else?
No?
Can I investigate the trunk which said BB on it then, please, as well?
No, Killian's got a box that says BB upon it, like a trinket box. That was inside of the chest. The other things that you haven't looked at in this room are there is a door.
Yeah.
That's about it.
There's nothing else apart from the door. It's I'll say to Killian, well, you've got all the goodies from in here. We might as well look in the next room. The stuff in the next room's mine. And I open the door.
Okay.
I don't know.
You move into the next space. And that is as you open that door, there are again more holes in the roof, and the objects in here are rotten and falling apart. There are benches and tables and rolled up rugs and just things that are falling apart. Leaning against one wall, there are some rectangles shaped things covered in canvas sheets.
I pull one of the canvas sheets off,
maybe, or something like that.
What, say that again?
There might be you'd venture that they might be like pictures or mirrors or something like that.
Can I pull a canvas sheet off to see what they are, please?
You can. There's some gilt framed mirrors. One which is cracked, and there are 4 wood framed oil paintings. And there is a mirror, and the mirror you think would be this mirror is beautiful. Really beautiful. You think this would be worth some money?
Yeah, but I'm not logging that back to Southgate.
One of the paintings that you look at depicts some deers grazing on a hilltop, backlit by the dawn. Another one shows a grey mastiff, handsome-looking beast with a dead duck in its mouth, its soft jowls wrapped around this.
Oh, that's the family dog, isn't it? That was mentioned on the gravestones.
The third depicts an armoured human knight on the back of a hippogriff. Both shown in profile. The knight's shield bears the holy symbol of the god of courage and self-sacrifice. The fourth painting is a portrait of the Baron himself, given a pair, seated in a chair with a grey mastiff sleeping at his feet, and his wife standing by his side. Brandifax is depicted as a stout, well-dressed man in his 50s with bags under his eyes. The Baroness is shown as a tall, thin woman, about 50s. One of her hands rests gently on the Baron's shoulder, while the other grasps a small bouquet of roses. The picture is expert in capturing their aristocratic nature.
Okay. Is there anything else of interest in the room, please?
No.
Apart
from one wall being curved.
Yeah.
You've got like a corner wall was curved, but you kind of know that you've seen it from outside. You recognise that to be part of the tower. You've been in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You haven't found a way into it on the upper floors yet.
Yeah, I thought you'd be able to get into it from here, but there doesn't appear to be any door, does there?
No.
Is there? I don't know how to get in the tower. How do I get in the tower? Can I check the room for any hidden doors or levers or anything, please?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check, please.
Sorry, I had some messages come through while I was doing that on my bottom screen. Put that back up.
Charlie's standing with Jax, by the way, at the moment, going, like trying not to be awkward in the silence in this house.
9.
No. Nothing that you can find. Just mouldy things.
My rolls are shit and killings are great today. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to say to Killian, well, I can't find anything unless you want to have a look and see if you can find anything. I think that curved wall goes into the tower, but I can't work out how to get into it. Do you want to have a quick look before we go, or we just head back down the stairs?
It may sound really weird. Can I put my ear against the chimney breast?
Against the chimney pots? Yeah, you could do. Which one are you doing? This one, the one that's in the room where you are now? Have you gone into the room where you are?
I am not this.
Okay.
So I'm in the room where I come.
Yeah, so the chimney breast that you see is on that south wall there.
Like that. No, not that one. Oh, I don't see the other one.
You don't. You're not in there. No.
No, that's not the one.
Where? Here? That's outside. That's on the
right,
roof.
so yeah, I'll investigate that more.
Yeah. Make a perception.
18.
You hear conversation. Muffled. But you hear voices conversing.
Up, do you think they're coming from above or below?
Voices.
No, you don't recognise the voices at all. Killian nor.
So it's not Charlie and Jackson. Then. I don't know.
I can't hear Killian. I can't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. Say that again, Bino.
I said so it's not Charles and Jackson.
It's not Charles and Jackson, no.
Right. Can is there a way that I can put something into the chimney breast
Yes.
that I can then track throughout the building? Or is there a way that I will know that that chimney breast is, like, if I go down the next floor, that is that room? I'm trying to
Make an intelligence check.
map it out in my head. I'm not very, I don't think Killian's very smart. Oh,
Is it another 20? Jesus.
Fucking hell, what's going on with that dice?
So you know that if you probably put your hand to this wall as you went down the steps and by eye, you could probably look at the top of the spiral staircase and work out what wall was below.
okay.
And if you do
Because I
that,
want to kind of keep a track on the chimney breast and then listen to the others on the other floors and see if I can kind of pinpoint where the
when you
voices are coming from.
come down the stairs to do that, kind of eyeing it up like this at the top and then coming down,
Yeah.
you think that that chimney pot comes down into a room that must be on the right hand side of that corridor in the room previously where Jax was.
Right, so
I'll just pull that down a sec and I shall show you where I mean. Oh, yeah, that's the graveyard.
sorry guys.
That's all right. You
Right,
think
so-
it goes to this one?
That one there. So there must be voices coming from that room there.
Oh, is there?
Is that what I'm thinking?
You know that chimney breast connects.
And we haven't.
You haven't investigated down there
So
yet.
if I map it out in my head, the room that I think the voices are coming from, so the one below this chimney breast,
Yes.
I know that we haven't investigated that room yet.
You know that you haven't been there. You don't know what Charles and
Yeah, I know
Jackson
that I
went up
have.
to.
I know that me and Sarah haven't been in that room yet.
Of course.
Cool.
Well, I suggest if you can hear voices, we better head downstairs before they move on.
You don't know that I've had voices.
All right, if you've not told me then.
I'm still trying to figure out myself. But yeah, so I make sure I've got everything that I picked up from the other room.
Yes, you do.
There is
It's in a
no,
really big pocket.
there is, oh, what is in the wooden case that I found in that box?
You open it up. It looks like there might have been space for a pen or a quill.
Okay, cool.
But it's not that.
Yeah,
It's like a velvet line box, possibly for storing, something, an implement.
yeah. So it's an empty pen / quill box.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I start like carrying all of this stuff downstairs, and
Yeah.
when I see Jax, I turn around and go, "Found something for you," and I hand him the 2 hunting traps,
Yeah.
and
He's a fan of those.
yeah, I know. And I hold up the armor, and do I reckon it will fit Charlie?
You look at this and you think his the way that his wings form from his back is
Could
phenomenal.
Could I cut it or ask Jackson to kind of cut it in a way so that his wings would be able to
As you
move?
start discussing this with Jackson, Jackson explains to you that he's already commissioned a piece of armor.
Oh yeah, so I wasn't there for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was
We should already have an armor to pick up for Charlie.
Yeah.
If we get paid,
I felt bad because I'm the one that cut it off.
Yeah, you did.
Does the armor look used? Has it got sort of nicks and dents and repairs and things, or is it like sort of fresh, sort of virgin armor?
It was very well maintained. You can tell that from it. It looks very, very pristine, and well, but aged now, as it has been in there for some time, you believe. However, you do notice there is a rather nasty scar along part of the sort of front side, but kidney height.
And has that been repaired, or is that still there?
It has been sort of repaired.
Badly repaired.
Repaired, but then like it was abandoned, like it was an attempt, and then something changed. Somebody changed their minds about it.
Okay. So what did
Can
you
I
find?
come downstairs with Killian, or am I up there on my own talking because he's not talking to me?
You can have walked downstairs and joined Kitchen, of course. You are.
So what have you found up there?
You can tell me where you are.
Sorry, Dad.
What have you found up there?
Well, I found this stuff, and there was a room that looked like it was being used. And Sarah, what did you find?
Found a glass bead, and that's about it. I say stupidly.
Well, the pig or the boar or whatever you could hear back downstairs. Can
I voice an opinion about something before we move on?
Okay.
I've been studying this map while we've been talking, and
You don't have the map though. As Sarah, you do not have the map.
I've been thinking about the curves in the wall upstairs and the fact that I was in the tower which I couldn't get down from. So I've been to the top of this tower. I've worked out that there must be the middle of the second floor of the tower behind that curved wall, so I couldn't get into it. So there must be a way somewhere on this floor about getting into that tower. So I want to say to the guys, I want to investigate trying to get into that circular tower from the bottom.
Yeah.
We've already been right on. That's where we climbed in the house. So what you want to do is get into the tower on this floor.
Yeah.
You all hear.
Is it getting closer?
No, it appears like it's from the kitchen downstairs.
Pete, can I, looking at this rent in the armor?
Yeah.
I've done a fair amount of hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
Any chance this could be sort of boar tusky type rent?
Make.
I don't know whether or not what you want me to roll to work that one out, but
I think you're going to make a nature to sort of see what animal would match this shape. And I'll have to find.
I rolled a natural 20, so 22.
Okay, so you know what it is. Let me just tell you what it is that did it. Sorry, I just got to find it again in the guide.
We've lost the bean. Where did bean go?
She's just got a neck to loo. Sorry, I'm just going to find this. Right, okay, it's here. So it is. You think it is a wolf bite.
Okay.
Do you think it was done by the teeth or the incisor of a wolf?
Tried to bite out the guy's kidney.
Yeah.
You were hoping it would be the boar, weren't you?
I was thinking it could be the boar, because I was wondering if this place is now haunted with the Baron and the Piggy that killed him, or something. Are we going to go on? Are we going to go back and check out the pig?
I'm not really fussed about going to go and see the pig right now. I want to investigate more of this law. I would make a suggestion that we first investigate we're at the T junction now, aren't we? We're standing where you are, where the clothing is.
Yes.
So I would make a suggestion that we head up the corridor and turn to our right. Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, surely if we're going south, we want to go to the door to the left first.
There's a left.
Sorry.
There's a.
I mean left. I mean left. I'm having trouble
Flipping it.
arranging that in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. On the left hand side.
You see a door on your left as you look down to the corridor, and you also see a door on your right.
Yeah, the door on the right would be the one I would like to have a look in next, please.
Yes,
That's the one I'm going to look at.
yeah.
Well, Jax is going to take like 2 steps back, and
Yeah.
just after that right hand turn, he's going to put down one of these bear traps that he's just been given.
Right here.
The next one up. So literally, as you come around the corner, you'll hit it, sort of thing. There.
Yeah. Okay, cool, no problem.
And then he's going to listen at the door on the left that goes to the stairs, but we don't know that first, because he's not going to get sort of trapped in here.
It's quiet at the moment.
And he'll try that door.
That door is there's a small set of stairs that leads up as you push the door, which opens inwards. Killing your door is here. You haven't shared with your party that you would like to go there. If you would like to go there, or you're going to throw Jax first.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think I would like to go in there, but if you want to come in with me, we go together.
I say to you guys, sorry, before Jackson went to that door.
Well, Jackson's has opened it. He hasn't gone inside yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I say to the party,
Yeah.
Charles included,
Yeah.
that listening upstairs, I was able to hear voices through one of the chimney breasts, and I reckon it's from the chimney in that room.
And you point to that door.
Yeah.
Would you like me to come in with you, or shall I go to the other? So I go further down the corridor and see what else is there. So we sort of split up so we cover more ground.
I think we should probably try and stick together, considering this is where someone sent books to kill you and Charlie. So I'm going to use the other bear trap at the bottom of the stairs in that room.
Okay.
And I'll wedge the door open.
Yeah.
So when he comes down the stairs, it's right at the bottom of the stairs.
Cool.
And I'll come down to look at the right as well.
Yeah, there is a door in front of you guys. What would you like to do?
Can I put my ear up to see if I can hear anything in that room first?
Yeah, of course you can. Make a perception check, please. Very good, no.
Ah. Oh. Perception, yeah.
Yes, please.
$16.
You hear hushed conversation. What are we going to do? Four, maybe five. Maybe five of them here. I don't know, but they are. They look pretty handy. Yeah. Oh, we've got to get it out of here then, haven't we?
I quietly signalled to you guys, and I.
Signal to us what? There's what? Okay.
And I get my dagger out
Okay. Shoot.
quietly.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah.
And then I point to the room and I go,
Okay.
And so we both listen.
Mm-hmm. You can hear faint voices.
And I say to Killian, I think we should go in.
Is there any light coming from under the door?
If you get down on your hands, put your face next to that kind of damp floorboard, you see flicker of light that looks not like light through a window, but light of maybe a lamp or a candle.
Okay.
I don't think we should always assume that whoever's in a room is going to hurt us. It could be somebody nice.
Jax is going to pull out his beanie hat, his green beanie hat.
Mm-hmm.
"Is Creaky being out?"
Yeah. You got a hat from the hatter.
Well, that disappeared when we left the hatter's place.
Yeah, because I asked you if I still have my
No,
hat.
I got one from the Mad Hatter, not from the costume change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. And I asked you.
Oh, did you get one from the hatter? I thought you got yours from the costume change.
Because I took mine off and put it on the dormouse.
Oh, okay. Then you guess you kept your hat, but I can't remember what type of hat you had. Sorry.
I had a spring hat that is a DC 16 wisdom save or fall asleep for a minute.
Yeah, the sleep hat. I can't remember what your one was. Jack kept all asleep in his dinner. I'll find it on the episode and I'll find out what it was. You had to make some sort of saving throw when you were at a hatter's tea party.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you got your beanie hat out. You got your daggers out.
Yep.
What's on? What's happening?
I'm just going to go through as a negotiator. I think I should go to the front because it might not necessarily mean that they are nasty people. From the sound of the whispers, they could be more frightened of us than.
Currently, Killian is blocking the doorway because Killian's quite large and he's got an ear to the door, listening, going shh.
Killian, would you mind?
You just see Jackson pull out a woolly hat.
Killian, I said to Killian very quietly, Killian, we don't want to scare them off. They might just be friends or just children. If you go in all guns blazing with your daggers, we're going to scare them and we won't get some answers. Killian, will you just let me go in front of you? If they start to attack or something happens, then you can, by all means, go forward. But let me just go in front of you and before we open the door.
I turn around to Jax to see what he thinks.
Fine with me.
Okay. Killian kind of steps back and does this like mocking bow towards the door.
Sarah always rolls her eyes, as Killian has not been entirely. She's been taking the piss basically since we got in this house, and I want to redeem some sort of air of authority. Although I know it's majorly lacking between these two at the moment, and I've not been very good at finding anything useful at the moment either. So can I try the door and see if it's openable, please?
Yeah, the handle turns, no problem.
Then I will slowly open the door and say, "Hello in there," and sort of put my head round the corner. Only opening it a little bit so they can't see behind me a great big freaking ogre and a dragonborn holding daggers.
An ogre.
He's an ogre.
Oh, Jackson, you hearing that, mate? I'm like,
Not an ogre. What are you doing?
Leave it. It's not worth it.
What's your character again?
Orc.
He's in a half orc.
Oh, sorry. Ogre. Ogre. I was the right letter.
You hear a kind of fluttering and then a panicking. Oh God, they're here! They're outside the door. As you peer in, you see 4 characters sort of backing away into a corner. There is a large bed in the center of the room, and it is beautifully carved. This you would assume is the master bedroom in this place, and you see 4, like I said, 4 characters backing away from you into a corner with their kind of hands up.
Okay, what are the characters?
They look human.
They're human. Okay.
But there is noticeably make a perception check. See if you, as you're looking at them, you perceive anything a little bit more.
Oh, the app's crashed. Hang on.
All the app's glitched.
No, I've got black screen. Black screen in.
Oh no. Oh no. Like it? I like it.
I got nothing.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey, right, perception check. I'm back in the room. 20.
20. You notice at that moment when you open the door, like you see a black feather fall to the floor, and something strange happened to one of their arms. Like it changed shape.
Can I do a nature check to find out whether I would recognise the feather?
Yeah.
$23.
It is the feather of a raven.
And what has their arm actually changed into? An arm.
An arm.
So, but it had changed from something into an arm.
Yeah, you just saw it sort of. It wasn't the right shape when you first saw it, and then it is now.
And there's a feather on the floor. So they could have been ravens that can turn into people.
You make a pretty good connection there, Serial. Glad you're now.
There's the druid that can turn into ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Yeah. I don't want to alarm you, but do you have some powers maybe to be other things rather than humanoid?
Told you we should just stay as humans. Don't be so rude, says one of the female ones. Well, I just prefer being a bird, don't I? Says one of the other ones.
And I said to them,
one.
sorry, carry on. I missed that last bit. Sorry, I didn't realise you were going to.
Sorry, one of there's a tall, thin one that there was the one that you saw, a male kind of looking person,
Yeah.
and that one you saw the arm kind of changed last. It's like, well, before being like that, and yeah, it just looks, looks kind of abashed by the female.
Wait, where's Charlie in all this?
Charlie's tucked up behind Jax in this very narrow corridor.
And I say to them, I haven't got the ability to be a bird yet, but I like being a panther, and I change into a panther.
They are panicked by this metamorphosis, and they push themselves back against the wall. And Jesus, they're gonna get us! Right, come on, let's go! And they try and scramble. One of them's messing with part of the bedpost. It's like twisting it, and then as they twist it, a door opens in the curved part of this room. Here.
Okay.
And there is a passageway through. Yeah. And they all start heading to the door.
I change back into cereal pretty quickly and go, no, it's all right, it's all right.
They're on their guard.
I just wanted to.
Have you moved into the room at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You have. You notice that the tall, thin one has, the one that you saw change is now pretty much mostly a bird, but
Right.
a human. So a human shape, humanoid.
Yeah.
But a bird head.
Yeah.
A black raven's head, black wings, feathers coming out of all the bits of robe that he wears, and kind of the scarlet sash where is round the neck. And then as you peel, yeah,
grab Charlie, pull him in front of me, and just push him into the room.
Hello. Oh, hello. Tenku. He says, questioning. They look at him like, and they look around and like, not heard of a were pigeon before.
Were pigeon.
He said, I know were pigeon. Don't be so rude, says the female character, kind of again abashing one of the younger looking ones, and there's one that's kind of hanging towards the back of the party, or four of them that stand in the room.
I'm sorry, we're ever so rude. We didn't introduce ourselves. My name's Cereal, and this is Charlie.
Yes, Charles. Please.
And what are your names, please?
One of them, the one that seems to be the abashing one, holds her head hi, and she says, Madrina Natarask.
Okay.
And it is good to meet you, yes. And the eyes are flicking from the ones that you can see in the room and to the doorway beyond. Jax, where are you at this point? Are you in the room? Are you coming up behind?
I'm still sort of, I'm assuming, standing just outside the sort of corridor bit, the sort of outside the door between the door and the window sort of thing.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so I can see you.
Well, it depends. If Killian is standing there, I'll be standing one up sort of thing.
Uh-huh. Well, Kill's just pulled Thingy through the door. Charlie is like one space at least into the room. And did you kind of follow in, Kills? No, you're in the hallway, so
I don't want to scare the crap out of them.
okay, yeah. Okay, so sorry, Cheryl, continue.
So there's a Bajia mattress and the rest of you, what are your names?
Tasper.
The friendly ghost.
And she, like you see, like the youngest one looking like they don't want to say anything, and gets a nudge from Madrina. Riddick.
Riddick, yeah?
Rennick.
Rennick.
And the last one says, Vinique.
Sorry,
Vinique.
say that again. I'm not hearing you very well.
Vinique.
Rennick.
And as you look at the one at the back, you notice that Vinique is holding a lantern.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a smirk playing across her face.
Rennick, do you know how to get into the tower? Could you show me around? We're looking. We've lost a friend of ours, and we're just trying to find him.
The door to the tower is open. That's what they opened.
You don't know what's inside there, do you?
It's exactly, if you peer through, you see exactly what you saw when you came into the space before. You see the open roof, the open tower above you. You see a floor here. You see the remnants of a floor above where you found the chest, if you remember. That had all the bits and bobs in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you see. You remember this space, you just couldn't get through this door or the secret door that's here.
And that's the door that was blocked before.
Yeah, you couldn't get through that one. This was not
observable to you
with your investigation check.
Guys, can I ask, what are you doing here? Are you living here, or are you just visiting, or what are you doing here?
They look to each other. They look at Vinique. Vinique moves the lantern behind their back and kind of tucks it within the robes. And they say, "You've got us cornered," Marina says. We're part of an order. We're called the Scarlet Sash. They kind of all touch their sashes and sort of like two thumbs running down the lapel.
Mm-hmm.
And she says kind of Scarlet Sash to indicate some sort of ceremonial type thing.
Mm-hmm.
We use this place. We use this place as a meeting place, and well, we're kind of like Well, we're artifact hunters.
Artifact hunters.
Yeah.
So you search locally for artifacts, or is this just a place where you come to meet after your searches to come together?
Use this place because of its ill repute as a place to stash things that might be worse in others' hands.
Ah, so it's a hiding place because it's got a bit of a haunted reputation. Is that what you're saying to us?
Indeed.
Right. And what do you get these artifacts from, for money, or for just to find out their history, or what do you get them for?
We get them to protect the good of this place, the good of the world.
Good of the world in general.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're protecting the world against bad things that could be harmful for the world in the wrong hands.
Precisely that, yes.
I see. And so you use this place to store those items to...
Until we find a better place.
Okay.
Sometimes we can lock it away with a chaplain or something that has great power. Or sometimes they can be destroyed. There are places to keep these artifacts, but here, once we first uncover them and find them, it's a pretty good place to save them from prying eyes. No one comes near the mansion anymore. The chateau. Rather.
Yeah, mansion.
Can Jax have an insight on this spiel about being grave robbers?
Yeah, of course you can. You're listening at the door. Roll me an insight shit.
9.
You think they're being absolutely genuine, but you don't know if they are or if they're not.
Can I roll an insight, please, or a history?
What do you want to roll history for?
Whether I've heard of this order before.
Oh yeah, of course. You could have a little roll for that. See if you know of them.
Oh, I would if the app was working, but now it's just stuck. Hang on. Come on. Somebody do something else while I try and get the bloody app to work.
What are you doing, Killian? You see these creatures? You've got your daggers out, your brandishing knives. They seem non-threatening right now.
I still don't believe them because they can't see me right now, can
They can see you in the doorway, yeah, because you pushed Charlie in.
Well, no, I grabbed him and kind of threw him in.
Okay. Yeah, so you probably tucked him in the corridor, but they knew that was willed.
Yeah.
That wasn't. They know that someone's out there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that they are telling the truth. Because if they were, why would he have hidden the lantern? So, from the corridor,
yeah,
can I bellow in my best royal dragonborn growly voice?
Yes.
Tell the truth. You know, like Voldemort in the first Harry Potter.
Let's have an intimidation or a performance then, because you're trying to intimidate these things.
That's what I want.
These things, these beasts.
What I imagined.
Oh, there we go. I'm back in the room. What was I doing? history.
You were going to do a history while Killian does this.
Right, I got 18.
Hold on, we're just going to get Killian's
Oh no,
roll.
you do.
80. So you think back and you scour your memory and you remember something. You remember hearing of the organisation, but you're not sure of their alignment. Tell me.
25.
You bellow, they tremble. And Sarah, you hear this booming voice of Killian from the corridor. Tell the truth. And it shakes them to the core. They cower in fear, and one of the other ones morphs into this half raven form at that Vinique. And they say, Vinique says, truth is seen. Who says that?
Well, I was trying to hide Killian from you because I didn't want to frighten you. But it appears she's got other plans. Killian, you might as well come in. Killian is with us, and her bite is worse than her bark. Biting
Is.
His bark.
And these pronouns.
I'm tired. I have mentioned this once or twice.
Yeah.
Kills, what you doing?
I will put my daggers away.
Yeah.
But I kind of puff myself up and make sure that my horns and my spikes and my scales.
Yeah, or like kind of on sort of hackles.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And I kind of purposely walk into the room quite heavy footed.
Mm-hmm. You walk in and you are a bristle, and the slight sort of frosty curls of breath exit your nose as you walk in, and they peer upon you and they say, "A dragonborn."
And I roll my eyes.
They say, "A dragonborn," and Charlie goes, "Hello, Killian."
I just look at Charles and just slightly wink so that the others can't see it.
And Charles goes, "Oh, I get you." like completely ruining your performance. You didn't roll a performance roll. You rolled an intimidation roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in a room. You're confronted by 4 bird-like people.
Okay, I point to the one that turned into the bird.
There's 2 that turned into birds.
The dude that had the lantern.
You don't know because you weren't in the room. You turned that on the lantern because you were hiding outside the door. You told me that.
Okay.
Point to them.
Yeah, I just point at them.
At the group, yeah.
At the group.
Yeah.
And I say, "What are you hiding?"
With your intimidation roll,
Yeah.
I think that would cover that. Then he pulls out this lantern. Holds it up. It's in here.
And what is it?
Something not good. Something not good at all. They call it. It's a figurine of Orcus.
The figurine of Orcus.
Yeah.
So
You could make it if you got it out of the lantern. You could probably make an Arcana check for me.
no, but do I know anything about it by the name?
You could do a history check or a religion check to see if you know who Orcus is.
Down here, so history check or religion check. Well, both are the same.
Killian, we can't hear you again, darling.
I'm talking to myself, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah. Rumblings of a crazy lady. Great. I've got an 18 for religions.
You know that Orcus is the demon prince of the undead.
Awesome.
Orcus has the head and the legs of a goat, although with ram-like horns, a bloated body, bat-like wings, and a long tail. We're talking like a Baphomet kind of esque figure.
Awesome. Yeah. That's enough for I know.
That's what you know in terms of history about Orcus.
Awesome.
Are you going to relay that information to us, or are you going to just keep stuff to yourself again?
Killian doesn't really want to share it.
It wouldn't be natural in conversation to go, I know exactly what Orcus is, he's the demon prince of undead.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not.
You just know it.
Yeah.
You've not gone, oh, you just know it.
Ah!
Yeah, you know it.
Okay, well, as everyone else is in the room, I'm going to step in. Well, actually, I'm just going to sort of lean in the doorway, so I'm going to sort of stand in the doorway. So why would
the tall, thin one turns into a full raven? And
normal raven size?
Sorry?
Normal raven size or big?
Yeah, no, normal raven size.
Okay. So
And
why would magical books attack my friends and bring them here? Have you still got that page, Serial?
I take the page out of my pocket and say, yeah, we were staying in Southgate, and the books in the library attacked us, and one of the books contained this, and I show them it. So, and then I explain the tale of basically how we got from there to here, and I also explain about the prince being missing.
The leader of this group reaches out and takes and kind of gestures for you to pass the piece of shadow paper to her. She says, "This is of the shadow fell. This is from the realm of Shadowfell. This is not of this plane. This is something that would come of dabblings in magics, but traveling between realms."
Yeah, we think the prince has been messing in places he shouldn't have been. He's an amateur of magic, and I think his curiosity is getting the better of him, and he's messing with things he doesn't understand fully.
And then one of them kind of looks at the other one and says, "That's who it was then."
So you've seen somebody else here, have you?
Out in the graveyard the other day. The gesture sort of out of the room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so near the gravestones.
Yeah, but we did our thing, and he went.
What thing's that?
The one that's got the lantern holds her head back in half raven form and perfectly emanates the sound of a giggling child.
Ah.
And then one of the other ones does a pig. And then another one goes, "I can do glass," and makes the leader makes this perfect sound of tinkling smashed glass.
Ah. So their thing is to basically make the house sound haunted.
I turn around and I'm like, "Could one of you creak?"
One goes,
I'm like, that's a cool trick. You had us fall for a little while too.
And then as they do it again, but they make it sound like it's in the hallway.
Uh, that's very, very clever. I am impressed.
Yeah, it takes some practice, but yeah, we just use this place to sort of hang out, make plans, discuss where we're going to move stuff, and then yeah, we've got this at the moment.
And have you got somewhere safe to now move it onto, or are you hanging on to it here at the moment?
We haven't found a place really. Still want it in the wrong hands. Stuff like this is not good.
And it's a sort of a little statuey thing.
It's still inside the lantern. You haven't had a look at it yet. It's kind of, the lantern doesn't appear to be lit at all. It just seems like a camouflage, you might think, for where to store something like this. You can have a look at it.
Can we take a closer look?
Vinny opens up the little latch that on the side and opens it up, and he turns it around to you, and you peer in, and inside is a ram-horned kind of half dragon winged creature that's in one hand is holding a trio of severed heads, and in the other hand, leaning against the shoulder, is a mace. As the door swings open, there is a smell of decaying flesh.
Well, I've got one way to deal with it if you want. And he'll sort of hold up the sort of the head of his maul.
To destroy it? Yeah, you could give it a go.
They're happy for him to smash it up.
If you think you can destroy it, it's tough. It's evil. We've tried.
Jackson, do you want to try smashing it up?
Well, it's probably best to go outside and stick it on sort of, proper stone rather than this falling apart house. And it gives me a bit of room to swing as well.
He goes, sorry, Killian?
And grow.
And grow. When he grows, does his weapons get bigger?
Yep.
Ah.
I'm going to say, if you think you can do it.
Well, we can give it a try. Careful on the way out, and sort of on, basically I'll start leading back down, and I'll sort of undo the trap. I'll release the trap on the sort of in the little corridor up to the stairs on the corner, and then
You disarm as you go back through. Which way are you going out? You're going out the front door?
I'm going out the barred door.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's the main entrance, which is sort of like
Basically, I just want a sort of either a boulder or a sort of a bit of stone path or something.
Yeah, there's what's your passive perception, Jack, please?
Jack's is 11.
And the rest of you following them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him smash it because I want to see what happens when he doesn't smash it.
What is your passives, guys, please?
I think it's 11 and 15.
Yeah.
15 for me, yeah.
11.
You notice that there is it's getting later in the day, early evening, and there is a gathering fog around your feet, and it seems to be moving in a specific direction.
Oh.
We don't like fog. Fog never brings anything good.
This is more like a low-lying mist rather than an all-encompassing fog. It kind of wraps around your ankles and feels thick. Jack, you easily finding a gap in this thing, in this annoyance that you just brush off as just a common weather effect. You find a small piece of stone. It is flat enough to put the figurine upon.
Okay, put it down there and step back.
Yeah.
And I'll let the Raven boy do that.
And I say, Jackson, this fog, I've got a bad feeling about it. I don't think it's entirely natural.
Jack, you now notice that the flow, and Killian, you notice that the flow is moving in one direction, southerly. To where you are.
Southerly. So
Southerly from the front door.
So hang on. So from the front of the house, from the door we just come out of.
Yeah, I'll move the map over. Sorry, let me just do that for you guys. Because you're now back outside. Not seen that bit. No, you've explored a bit.
Mhm.
So you are. You can't see half of the screen.
Ground floor, outside.
You are about here.
Yeah.
Smoke is, the fog is moving this way.
From the graveyard up.
From the
Towards the
graveyard,
graveyard.
where you are towards the graveyard.
To the grave.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to do this quick, so I'm going to basically sort of let him put the stone down, the thingy down.
Yep.
And say back up.
Yeah.
And then I will grow.
Oh.
Wait.
Do I?
You grow, that's fine. Can I make him grow again?
Can you make him grow again?
That's what I'm asking. Can you grow again? Can we see them on the screen, please, as well? Because I've lost them.
Yeah.
They've disappeared.
As in you try to cast enlarge.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is a Pickle, but it's not the same spell. It's not the same effect. So potentially yes.
It just makes you physically larger, but you remain the same attributes, don't you, with enlarge?
Well, I already get advantage on strength and strength checks and saving throws with it, and I do extra damage.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But if I grow again, I would do even more damage, extra damage, because enlarge would then do. But I would then be pushing. I'd be huge size, so I'd be a 9x9 base. So basically the same size as the room there.
Yeah.
At the top of the first set of stairs. Yeah. And I would be 26 feet tall, so almost as tall as the building.
Yeah.
Oh, do that.
You can do it.
It's up to you. It's whether you want to or not.
Keep it in check and let me try just with this, and then we'll try again if need be.
I think the fog is going towards the graves, and I think the graves are going to become the undead very soon.
Yes, which is why I want to break this. So I'm going to spit on my palms. I'm going to heft the ball two-handed and bring it down and try and crack this thing in pieces.
Give me an attack roll, please.
Oh, I rolled an 18, so 24.
You hit it.
Uh, 13 bludgeoning damage.
You smash down upon it with great force. You pull your. Is it your mace you're using, or your?
It's my maul. It's the two-handed hammer.
You pull your maul away, and there's not a scratch.
I'm gonna have another go.
Go for it.
At which point I turn around to Jackson and go, want to go bigger yet?
That was a bit shit, so only an 11 to hit.
You swing and miss this stage.
You definitely need to be bigger and stronger if you're going to get through that thing.
Yeah? Okay.
You're going to cast enlarge?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. You cast enlarge upon Jackson. Tell Jackson what extra he gets. So he gets advantage.
So your size doubles
Yeah.
and your
That-
weight is multiplied by 8.
Yeah, I'm quite big and heavy at the moment. I probably weigh more than the house.
You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, on strength saving throws, and your weapon also grows to this size. And while the weapons are enlarged, your target's attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage. So
Yeah.
you get to add another 1d4 to your damage.
Okay. So we have another swing at this thing.
Yeah, go for it.
14. It's getting hard to see. It's tiny now.
14. No, you miss again.
Why not get like advantage? Because like I'm using the sort of effectively the sort of a 5 foot head of this hammer now.
Okay. I don't know how, but you. I get. Well, okay. So did you roll that with advantage?
No, none of them we rolled with advantage.
You should be rolling with advantage anyway.
Oh, it's strength checks, not.
Oh, strength checks. Okay, no, okay, roll with advantage, but you have got a massive hammer trying to hit a tiny statue.
22.
You hit it.
$18. 22 damage.
You pull the giant maul away. The smaller forms of the creatures below you move towards it and see that there is absolutely nothing, not even a chip, off of the statue.
Okay. Do I know how? Do any of us know how the statue can be destroyed?
You could make an arcana check to see what you know what's going on with it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that then.
I do an arcana because I've got quite a high one.
You could assist, so you could make it with add if you would like killing. That's how we do it. And someone's helping out, checking it out. Checking it out. Okay, so you
21.
So I got 19 on top of her 21.
okay, so
Well, I did.
yeah, then being rolled with advantage rather than doing 2 rolls.
All right.
So
And I'm quite glad I did because the first roll I got a 3.
you can tell that it's not good. It's evil.
That doesn't answer my question. That isn't why I rolled Arcana. I asked if I know how it can be destroyed.
You don't know how it's been destroyed, but you get a sense of great evil.
Can it be destroyed with good?
That is a very, very, very good thinking.
So if it's really, really evil, it has to be destroyed with good.
Yes.
Do you know where my brain went then?
No.
Shall I give it a hug?
No.
You're not yeah, can't be.
Oh,
That's where my brain went. Then I was like, shall I give it a hug? Like,
can we do a comfort break in a minute, please?
Yeah. Shall we do a quick break now? We've only got 40 minutes left, so have a quick break, make a cup of tea, and do that, and then we'll come back and see what we're going to do with the statue. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
So yeah, you're in a room.
Now we're outside.
No, so you're in a room with a raven. You've gone outside. You smashed the hammer on the thing. There's a giant Jackson whacking it as hard as he can. with a massive hammer, and it's doing nothing. Killian's having a
As Killian said to us that we know it's got to be good rather than brute force that kills.
thinking about this right now.
Yeah.
Killian's pondering
I
this over.
look-
Made an Arcana check.
Can I look back down to the south towards the graveyard and see what I can see? Because I'm assuming I've got quite a good
You've
You
got a
point
good angle of sight. You didn't go down there beforehand.
no.
Only Serial went down there beforehand. So when you look down, you see that there is a fence and there are gravestones within a fence. And you see that one of them appears to be unearthed.
Oh,
I'm gonna wander to the entrance of the graveyard.
Yeah.
And is it step over the fence? I don't know.
Yeah, you can step over the fence, no problem.
Which grave is it? In the four? So the north to the south.
So this one, as you crouch down, if you would like to read, this one is Baron Brandifax.
Yeah, no, which one was the unearthed one?
This one.
The one at the end?
Yeah.
Killian, how long does your spell last?
A minute.
Okay, same as mine. My ability, so yeah. Can I sort of head towards that and just sort of have a look at it and sort of see unearthed as in someone dug it up, as in earthed as in something crawled out of it?
There is a spade beside it.
Okay.
And you see the frog is crawling into it.
The frog, oh, the fog.
The fog, as if
The frog.
the frogs, hundreds of
I'm
frogs.
frog.
No, the fog is the fog is like cooling into this this space, into this
empty grave. I'm guessing it's probably been a minute since I grew, and Killian.
You're gradually shrinking back down.
Yeah. So I want to look, and it's going to be a bitch because of the fog. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to sort of try and waft the fog out of the way and see if I can see any tracks from around the shovel that's stuck in the ground.
Yeah, sure. Make a nature with a disc because you've got a lot of fog.
Survival.
A survival, yes. Yeah, so that's right. What did I say? Nature. I meant survival. Sorry.
I rolled a 15 and a 13, so 16.
You see tracks that look like they lead to the edge of the graveyard, to the gate, which is
Yep.
that lead off and then down the thing. And you know that you didn't walk that way. Your feet were massive when you walked this way.
Yeah. I mean, effectively, I'm assuming I'm going to be moving quite slowly because I'm going to sort of be trying to waft the fog out of the way while sort of looking at the tracks and then moving up a couple of steps and doing the same sort of thing.
Yeah, you see them leading towards the grave.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be following them out. So I'm at the grave.
Yeah, they lead into the grave. They lead to the grave. They stop. Around the edge of the grave, where someone has been putting force down and digging up, and then there is no receding track.
Okay. Can I waft in the grave to see if there's actually anything in there?
There is the remnants of a wooden coffin. At this point, you hear a kerfuffle at the edge of the graveyard, and you guys see the raven folk running, half flying, half flapping towards the graveyard. And they go, we didn't see him. We didn't see them. They've gone through.
Who's gone through?
Don't know. It's gone through. Someone's gone through.
Gone through what?
That.
The grave.
Is it a portal?
Of sorts.
What?
Yeah, to speak.
Of sorts.
Of sorts. Okay. Is it a gateway to another dimension?
It is to another plane.
Another plane? Ah. Can we follow them? Do you want to follow them?
Do you know what plane?
The one that you gave the piece of shadow paper to holds it up.
The shadow world.
Shadow fell.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the shadow world. Guys, what do you think? Do we follow him, or do we stay here and try and see if we can find any more evidence of the prince? Or maybe that was the prince going down to the shadow
Is it
world.
a two-way gateway? Will it come back here?
We just got it. We've stopped people using it. Failed.
I thought you were artifact people.
Yeah. Well, we are.
Right, so why do you stop people going through?
Shadowfell is a place of the undead.
Right.
People venturing there are not looking for good things.
Right.
And things coming out of that place would not be good things.
Right. So what would happen?
Did anybody see who was actually going down there? Did anybody see any evidence of who went down there?
No, Jack's just found the empty space.
So there
If you
was a
remember
set-
when you went there, Sarah,
Yeah,
graves were untouched.
untouched. Yeah, because they were all the separate graves. What was the fourth grave originally? I can't remember.
Fiend, beloved daughter.
Selphine, may she rest in peace finally.
Is the coffin damaged at all?
It's just the outside of the coffin that you can see.
There's no evidence that it's been like tampered with or opened up at all.
What you can see through the mist, but the mist is like pouring in, filling it.
Right.
Right. So where's the statue?
Just someone
Back
tell
on
me
by
that
the door.
they picked back up that statue thing, right?
Sorry, I think Killian and Jack have just had the same idea. Sorry, go again.
Someone tell me that they picked up the statue, right?
No one did.
That's what I was just asking. Where is it? It's still on the stone thing. So
Jax is gonna run up to the door, the sort of the stone thing.
Mm-hmm. There was a stone by the door with a small figurine upon it.
He'll pick it up.
That is as immaculate as it was when you first touched it. As you pick it up, you get that smell of rotting flesh.
Killian, any more ideas about how you make you destroy it with good?
What was your kind of check?
I got 21.
You know that there are different types of magic that deliver different types of damage.
Any good magic?
You need a certain type of damage to do this. So it would be radiant.
What magic has Charlie got? What magic can Charlie do?
Charlie can do lots of different magic. He's a cleric.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to have a look, see if I've got a radiant damage thingy.
You don't know any of this.
But you can check it.
Yeah, but she does. Why would she be checking it?
Well, Charlie doesn't know either.
No, but I'm trying to remember what.
No, when you know what Sarah's got, Sarah might have radiant damage also.
You're going to have to tell me about it, otherwise I won't be able to help you with my spell, won't I?
There's something Charlie's been doing a lot of though, and I'm trying to think what it is. How do I remember what spells Charlie's got?
You could go and ask him.
Okay, Charlie, what spells do you have? Can you do? Can you perform? Whatever way you want me to phrase it.
I've got
radiant
and I got healing. I got. What would you like? What kind of thing are you looking for? Tell me.
Radiance.
Radiant damage. Well, yes, I can. Yes, I can do that. Yes.
Right. Jack, where's the statue?
I'll hold it up.
Could you put it back on the stone? Please.
Yeah.
Charles,
Yes.
hit it.
He fires a bolt. And he misses it. Would you like me to have another go? Maybe I'll be more.
Yeah.
Better luck next time, yes? Okay, so he tries again. Burns another spell slot. Gets a hit. And then points at it, and this beam of radiant light surrounds the statue. And it explodes into a million little fragments.
Yay!
Right.
It tinkles to the ground.
With the fragments, can they still do any harm or anything like that?
You believe that this is completely dissipated.
Okay, cool.
The rain look around Charlie. Incredible. Such power. You managed to destroy this thing. That was brilliant. Well, with Melora behind me, guiding me forwards. True light will always seek out true darkness.
Killian's just stood behind him like.
But I couldn't have done it with my good friend, Killian. Killian, brilliant thinking there. Well done. And he says, so you are not king. And I am not were-pigeon, so you are what? But they say we're were-raven.
Were-ravens. That has got to be the cutest thing in the world.
Were-raven. They said to
I
Charles.
want a were-raven.
They said to Charles, you could join us with powers like that. You could join. Any of you could.
I wish when Killian stands behind Charles and just gradually pushes him towards him, like, let's go. Okay.
Any of you could. If you're up for defeating things of evil like that, destroying things like that, like being part of the Scarlet Sash would be amazing, incredible. I'm kind of a bit in awe of you guys right now. With this of magic and growing and shrinking and things.
Well, I haven't done anything, really. You can't be in awe of me. apart from turned into a panther and scared the shit out of them and turned back into a
Yeah.
panther.
Yeah,
See, that's quite a magical feat. They've seen morphing and stuff, but you know, like they do it themselves. But
Well, we have our own tasks we need to do. But if you could aid us in any way to help us find the prince we mentioned earlier, then we'd be very grateful. And if we come across your order again and we can help in any way, then please do, just say. And we would, if we can, we will try and help.
well, there's kind of conditions if you actually want to join us, but we can help you. It's a portal, like we said, and we did see someone looking around, skinny chap, a bit weird.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Poking around, and then we did our thing, and he was gone, bolted back out of the grounds. Must have seen him. You were in the house. We were so focused on you. He must have just slipped past us and got to digging.
So you think he was the man? He was the person that's actually gone down into the shadow realm.
Your guess is as good as ours, but small, dark hair, skinny fellow was poking around here.
I just turned to Sarah. I'm like, is that him? Is that him?
Charles says,
I can't hear you.
I said, is that him? It sounds like him.
Yeah, it does sound like him.
And
But
then
do you really want to go into the shadow world to chase after him? Because I don't know whether I want to, or whether we hide out here and wait for him to come back. Is he going to come back through this way, or is he going to move on to somewhere else? What do you think?
do we really want to go? Sorry, Jack, go ahead.
If he's on his own, he's like a scrawny little shit of a thing, and like, is he even going to survive in there?
Yeah.
I'm all for setting up the bear traps around this pit in case he appears back in, and carried on with our lives.
Well, what do we do while we're waiting for him?
What do we do? Well, he's either not him and he's going to come back in a couple of days and we'll get our reward for saving the town. It is him and he ain't going to survive, and after a week or so it's probably obvious he's not coming back. It is him, he gets caught here by a bear trap, and then these raveny people can like sort of let us know he's here and we can deal with him and whatever he's got when he comes back. Going into other realms, I did not enjoy the Feywild at all. That was very strange. You are?
I said I enjoyed the food, but that was it.
I like the Feywild, but I understand your reservations about it.
But I am not talented. I'm not magical. I'm not sort of clued up on this stuff. I'm not sort of a go to other worldsy place. I've done enough traveling getting here.
But you went to the Feywild, you got that lovely hat, says Charles.
Yeah, and I didn't enjoy any of the time there, and I'd have rather open the door and come back out and try to fight that spidery thing than mess around there again.
Yeah,
and this place sounds even worse.
And he says, but yet you got a souvenir. And he smirks. Just these days taking a bit. I'm joking, Jax. I understand your reservations also. The stories that I've heard of these cases do not bode well. It just depends if our urge for retrieving the prince and being in good favour overwhelm our fears.
Are you chicken? I said.
I'm pretty much of the opinion that the prince isn't worth a pot to piss in, as a person or a leader. I'm pretty sure he's probably offed his dad, or like sort of chained him up in a dark dungeon somewhere so he doesn't get stopped doing his weird magical.
And how do we find his dad? His dad's my friend. That's what I'm worried about. I'm also worried that this prince is going to cause problems in this world by messing in the others. We need to stop him.
Yeah, and the best way of doing that is finding his dad and like cutting his finances and access to stuff off at the knees. Or we can cut him off at the knees if we can find him, but that's generally frowned upon. Or he's going to die in a dark realm of undead things, because he doesn't look particularly equipped to deal with a realm of undead things.
So you're saying we set a trap here, and then where do we go from here? Do we go back to Southgate? We still haven't got our reward. How are you going to pay that man for the armour if we haven't got our reward yet?
We've already paid the man for the armour.
But how are you going to pay for him if we haven't got our reward money?
You paid him with the money from the submarine.
Oh, okay.
I've already paid him, and he's actually modifying my armour for Charles anyway.
Yeah, you had $1.
And yeah, I reckon we go back, and if not, we sit there and sort of tell, what's his little scrawny name, Thulf, that we've got to go, and he should organise our reward thing.
So we leave this place, and we give up our search to find the prince, because we think the prince has gone to the shadow world. We set a trap here and ask the ravens to keep out, raven people to keep an eye out for him. And if he returns, then maybe one of them can fly back to Southgate and give us a message. And we go back to Southgate and ask for our reward to be organised by that servant guy. And then where from here? I still want to find out what's happened to the king.
But our
leads run dry.
No, our leads take us back across the bridge to Mordenthal. That was the last place he was seen. If he is sort of in a dungeon somewhere in there, that's where you're going to find him.
So we go back to Southgate, see if we can get our reward from the prince's assistant, and then head on to Mordenthal. Is that your plan?
Well, I reckon we were told he was going to be a couple of days, so we wait around a couple of days, drinking his beer, eating his food, giving it out to the locals because they seem to like it too. And, you know, we're well rested, and then we go, you know, we ask Stolz if he hasn't appeared for our reward. And if he does appear, you know, you're going to have to work it out from there, see what you reckon he is from there.
Okay.
I don't see why we should risk going into that realm for him. When it came to saving the bridge to save his home, he didn't do anything. He stayed in that tower. So why should we risk our lives for him when he wasn't willing to do anything to risk his life for his people?
Okay. I'm happy to go back to Southgate then if you guys are, and then maybe in a few days, as you say, head over to Mordenthal if he doesn't return.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to see if with the Raven people's help I can set up like the 2 bear traps around the open grave.
Yeah. They say
have them hidden, sort of thing.
They say We should fill it. If you don't intend to use it, we should fill it.
Yeah, okay, so we're happy to fill it and then leave a bear trap near it. So I pick up the spade and start filling the grave.
After some time, you are filling up a grave, and while you're doing this, there is traps being set around the outside of this place.
So I'll use the 2 traps that you found in the house.
Yeah.
In there, and I'll take my one back. So I've still got one, just in case I need to set a trap.
There is just
I'm keeping an eye out around to see if I can see anything, hear anything like
the
that.
evening plays on, and you're filling this place, this grave. The grave is eventually filled. Serial, you are muddy and hot, even with this cloying mist that gathers round. And as you fill it up, the mist now stops moving in such a sort of pooling way and just drifts and clings to the clumps of mud and weaves its way in between the railings that you slink through in cat form. The were ravens folk turn to you, the scarlet sash, and they say, "Do you intend to leave? When you intend to leave, will you keep our secret?"
Yes, we'll keep your secret. We understand the importance of your work and think it is a noble cause. In return, will you let us know if you see the prince return from the grave? If he appears, can one of you send a message back to Southgate to let us know, please?
We can fly to Southgate, true. Where are you staying?
In the castle itself.
Very well, yeah, we can fly there. Maybe leave a message with a guard on the gate.
Ask for Carla, the guard.
Carla. Yeah, okay. Sure, okay. We'll ask on the gate. Because you haven't actually introduced yourself. They say in your name?
I'm Jackson.
Okay. Carlos Jackson. Yeah, okay. We can do that. Thank you. We should continue our work. If you should find anything like that and need us to hide it, anything of great evil potent, if you have anything like that, we could keep it here for you.
We have something evil potent. I'm sure we have something bad. Let me have a look.
Killian doesn't count.
Hey.
What's that? What did Jack say? I missed it, sorry.
You think Killian doesn't count? Smells like, hey.
I've got an icon of a holy symbol, unknown god. Can I get that out and say, is this one?
They say, that doesn't even look like a real god.
Okay.
What do you know about the Moor?
To them, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
More? What of the more?
We have come across instances of worshippers, I don't know, priests, followers, cultists, I don't know what they are, who are worshipping this mirrored looking Moor thing, and feeding it riches and treasures and stuff. Across the land. I don't have a symbol anymore. I gave mine to someone else.
The one that had the lantern.
Sorry?
The one that had the lantern.
Yeah.
Vinny reaches inside the robes where they had secreted the lantern before and says, "Is there something like this?" and holds up a pendant is the more that you've seen.
It's exactly like that. As Jack sort of looks slightly more concerned about this guy now.
I found this where I stole that statue.
And where was that?
It's for sale. It's being sold at an auction. I stole it before they could get it to someone else's hands.
And that was in the city here, yeah?
No,
Where was that?
that was towards. There's a city that lies to the north of the big smoke.
City that lies to the north, guys. Can we remember what it's called?
I can't even remember what it's called, and I built this world, so
But don't ask me.
I can't remember. I don't even know if it's got a name actually.
Zombie City or something? Zombie City?
No, there is that's Ratishan. It's below that. Ranashan, that's below Ranashan.
Looks like it's called Crumb Silts or something, but it doesn't. The
The text is
too small.
Yeah, I've got it on my other map. I'll text you it, guys. It's that city on the north of the lake that surrounds the big smoke.
I've got a symbol of Melora's eye. Can I hold that up and see whether that's a thing that they should be looking after for me?
So you're like, oh, did you go to the festival?
No, it's one of the major things I found in that when I got that massive perception score. No, insights. No, something score, and I got loads of things.
Yeah, you know that they know that it's Melora's eye. They know it to be the festival of Melora. That you worship the eye when it comes up in the sky at certain times of the year, indicating spring. And that's what they.
And it's also Charlie's deity.
And it's Charlie's best mate.
Is that not? Is that?
Me, Jack to Charlie's best mates that night.
I'm searching through all my stuff because I'm trying to find the thing.
I get the empty pen quill box out.
Mhm.
And I have a rummage in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I get out the rotting tentacle with the crystal in.
Mm-hmm.
And I put the crystal in the box. Will it fit?
In front of the ravens.
No. Away from them a bit.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Your question's about sort of like this.
Okay.
Can
Has Charles got his... Is Charles wearing a cloak or something?
Always.
I just go to Charles and just rip a bit of his cloak off.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrap the crystal in that.
Mm-hmm. You feel the coolness.
Right, cool. Why couldn't I just done that to begin with, guys? Sorry about that. Sorry about carrying.
You tried your gloved hand, and it's still someone tried with their gloved hand, and they still got a numb arm. Oh no, that was Dante. He got a numb arm for an hour.
Yeah.
If you wrap it thickly enough, you believe
Yeah.
you can.
I've literally gone up to Charles and like, so the crystal's like this, yeah? See,
Oh,
the crystal's like that.
yeah, about sort of like this, but that then
It's like-
tapers up.
I could fit my hand around it like that. That's what you're saying.
Mm.
So if I rip off like the whole bottom of his cloak
Yes, maybe.
and I like mummify it.
He might be a bit disturbed by that. Yeah.
But Charles will be.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm ripping off like what? 4 inches of his cloak.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Charles is aghast at what you're doing and sees you finding these things.
And
You could have asked.
I just raise an eyebrow at him like,
My ankles are going to get cold.
and I just like threaten him with this mummified crystal. I'm like, really?
Hands up.
Don't talk to me about cold. And then I just kind of walk towards them and be like, could you possibly look after this?
What is it? It's not that.
No, definitely not. Don't lick it. just saying. Look yourself, but don't lick it.
Okay.
And don't touch it. Unless it's wrapped up
Okay.
quite well. Don't touch it.
I'm gonna get out all the shit I found the other day when I got that big pile of stuff. I'm just literally gonna empty my satchel onto the floor.
What?
And
Is this when you were reading books, remember? You weren't finding things.
No,
What?
I think she means from the tower. She got a load of random crap from the boxes in the tower when she went in there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, when you were climbing up the top, yeah, there is one thing that they do notice that they're not happy about you having, which is...
Go back a bit.
Skin mask?
Hold on, let me see what it is.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna get one thing at a time. It's gonna take forever. So I just
So
my bag on
you...
the floor.
Okay. As you empty your bag and the potion of mind reading falls out, they say, "Hey, that's ours. You've been going through our stuff in the attic. How did you get out there and get past us? Ah, you can change your shape.
Yeah.
Give us our potion back. There's stuff we don't care about. We might need that."
Well, wouldn't it be useful for me on our quests? Can we not maybe share it?
You can't share a potion. That's not how they work.
But you've got many powers, and mine are quite limited.
We can turn into ravens. Can't read minds as ravens, and we can throw our voices. We need everything we can get. We purchased that fair and square. That's ours.
I reluctantly hand it over.
They take the potion back. Thank you. And they put it in one of their capes. They say thank you. That'll help us on our way. The other bits, if you need them, if you think they might help, they're yours. They're just things we picked up along the way.
Is there anything actually in the basement?
Basement? Don't go down there much.
You want to have a quick look around?
Let me tell you what they tell you of the basement. Hold on. No, they say it's just full of old furniture, an ottoman, and a desk, and an old coat rack. There's nothing down there.
Is there anything in the desk? Is there anything in the ottoman that you've noticed?
No, it's just a rot, empty, broken down furniture and stuff.
Do you want to have a look before we go, guys, or shall we just head back to Southgate now?
I think just head back now.
Very well. If that's what you want to do, you can do that.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, unless you guys can help anything with our sort of queries, then I think we're probably...
They say, with the things you have and this, and they're holding the crystal, and they obviously sense that still now the coolness, that feeling of dread that surrounds it whenever it's kind of exposed in the air and out and about. They feel they know this is of ill portent, but they also know that you guys today have destroyed a statue of Orcus, and they are glad to be taking this and doing what they can do for you. They agree to hold on to the statue and you for them and for you to keep their secret, and you begin to make your way back to Southgate.
But I do say to them, when I want it back, you give it back.
You don't want us to find a place to hide it in?
Yes, but I might need it at some point.
Some of the places that we hide in are some difficult to get to.
Well, don't put it in a difficult place to get to you.
Very well, we should try and keep it here, hidden.
Right, cool.
If you keep our secret and whoever's in there, and they gesture to the grave, doesn't come back, then we should be able to keep up the pretense of this place.
If those traps kill whoever comes back out of there, get out of town. Because if it's who we think it is, that's going to bring a lot of attention down here.
Who do you think it is?
Like the Prince Regent Thurstain or something.
Oh,
Huston.
we heard he's been playing with stuff up on the roof, up on in the towers and stuff, doing some weird magic and stuff. And well, didn't know it was playing the stuff he was interested in.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it with my own eyes. He showed me different planes in a crystal, and we sort of travelled together in our minds. Although it was almost like we could influence the planes as we travelled. Although I think he may have been able to actually have more influence than I could when I travelled with him a couple of days ago.
Something like that sounds dangerous. That shouldn't
That's
be
what
in
I think.
average Joe's hands. You should try and get that somewhere safe. With us or somewhere safe. That doesn't sound like
the actual crystal ball.
something like that is of great power for seeing.
Okay, so I bear that in mind, and I'll say, well, when we return to the castle, I'll try and go back to the room and see if I can find the crystal ball. If I find it, I will. Is there some way we can get a message to you if we need to?
They say to send a raven.
So I say, okay, that's fine. I'll try and send a raven over back to this place if we need to get hold of you to sort out hiding the crystal ball if I manage to find it. The Prince Regent may have taken it with him. I don't know until I go back into that room and have a look.
Okay, very well. We'll be glad to help you on this way. You helped us with this manor. And you leave, you find a gap in the wall that you found before, and you make your way out from Fantifax, the chateau and the ruined grounds. You see nestled in the sort of shallow valley below you, sort of nestled down there is the town of Southgate proper. On the far hill you see the remnants, the smoke rising from a forest that you managed to burn down, and you make your way to Southgate proper, and that is where we shall end our adventure for the day.
Okay.
There you go, guys.
We've had 2 adventures with no fighting. There's got to be a big battle coming up at some point.
You uncovered none of the monsters